Go to the moon. She don't 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 go to the moon. Nigga, I'm on the moon. Money my pot while I geeked off the shrooms. See now these colors, I don't know what to do. That's not your bitch, that's not your boo. That's not your bitch, get a hoe finna choose. Yeah, I only been sipping on pink, but fuck what you think. Life ain't real like drink. You popping them pills, really don't know how to feel. But nigga, this shit be here. And anything on tap, put a little nigga on fast. Nigga, I ain't gon' box. Bitch goes to dope. I'ma just head to the top, but I already know what I'm not. She don't go to the moon. 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 Yeah, I'm done with these lies, so I'm telling the truth. I wanna crash while I'm swerving the coupe. Going 200 while I look out the roof. Look to my side and damn it, you. Yeah, I'm done with these lies, so I'm telling the truth. Hope I don't cry while I'm swerving the coupe. Going 200 while I look out the roof. Look to my side and it's you. She don't go to the moon. 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 She don't go to the moon.
I caught the slip in my dick. I caught the slip. I caught the slip in my dick. I caught the slip in my dick. I caught the slip. I caught the slip in my dick.
Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end.
Jump off the porches, we jump off the back end. Time wasn't selling, my watch would be cooking. Ran up the teller and told him to bag it up. It's armed robbery, pull up the gun. The mags are crazy, you don't understand that I could just be lazy. Hell no, why would I wanna be lazy on God? Paper chasing, it just comes to me craving. Do you understand I'm just long lasting? AK-47 is just bombastic. Backshots they clapping, it turns into magic. Ain't no Johnson, all the bitches aroused. You can't hear me, well you hear me now. Me and paper, we end up all alike. The cheddar's rolling, I'ma go and just cash out. The man screaming, oh I said man down.
Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end. Catch you lacking, catch you lacking. All of that money we got off the back end.
Round drum on him, it's a freak show. 30 round, pump his ass, he need gas. Speeding ticket for these niggas cause they running fast. Holding bricks in my hand like a hall pass.
Bitch be talking shit, think I'm a smart ass. Out what I stay, stand I biz, don't make crash. Got the cash at the back end with a friend. You see what I can't see, you see I have enemies. Crying for the sideline, harmonies, great melodies.
Catch you lacking, catch you lacking.
Who won't smoke? Devil don't want it. Demons don't need her. Hot as a fever. I'm a believer in my G.O.D. Only one love me for me. Who won't smoke? Devil don't want it. Demons don't need her. Hot as a fever. I'm a believer in my G.O.D. Only one love me for me. Jesus down for her. D4L. D4L. Me and Jesus down for her. D4L. We down for life. Me and Jesus down for her. D4L. D4L. Me and Jesus down for her. D4L. We down for life. Deliver the word like FedEx. Smile on the box like Amazon. Lord, I need that lettuce. Protect my heart like Teflon. Watch for hatering, Lord, I'm catering to you. Running that marathon. Detroit blue in the den of the Lions. Coming out feeling like Megatron. We don't play no games, you silly rabbit. The tricks are for kids. Lord, he gon' forgive you. It don't matter whatever you did. Turn your back on sin and post it up like you deep in the paint. Slam it down like Shaq and don't look back. It's stronger than you think. I fell off my horse a couple times, but got back in the race. People don't be saying when they wrong, when it's right in their face. Take a couple hours was at your day for the man up above. He gon' show you TLC the spike when you at like a scrub. I'm Bruce Leroy with that glow. It showed enough that we gon' blow. Well, when this guy gon' make it happen, it's on this time, you'll never know. Just keep praying, putting in work. Can't be wishing, Timmy turned up, Mr. Crocker. It's the devil, God gon' move him like a cursor. Yeah, don't be scared of that night. Lord gon' make everything shine when he come through with that light. Don't be scared of that night. Lord gon' make everything shine when he come through with that light. Don't be scared of that night. Lord gon' make everything shine when he come through with that light. Don't be scared of that night. Lord gon' make everything shine when he come through with that light.
I don't think I can get enough. I'm so happy I can get my feet on earth. I know it. Everybody's looking at me. Talk to them, can't explain it. That's how I feel. Ain't no got for the blood in my mouth. For the blood.
You and I go back and forth about 1,000 times. Live my life so recklessly, like I will never die. Call my mind, put me to sleep just like a lullaby. 'Cause I know you and I will meet again in another life. Until I die, you'll harm my brain like you're a poltergeist. The sky cries when the rain falls. Don't know how to feel when it's all my fault. Panic as I fall further than I ever thought possible. Grab my hand, take my heart, flood my world like Noah's Ark. Tell me that you wanted it from the start. Tell me that you always knew I'd be a star. You and I go back and forth about 1,000 times. Live my life so recklessly, like I will never die.
Everything husky.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream. Next thing, tomorrow's here again.
It's a brand new day. Never hold on to hate, 'cause you was placed here to be great. Take your all queens got a seat at my table, 'cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe, and so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble, can't bring you no beef, don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan. 'Cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. You take some time to say goodnight, you close your eyes to dream. Next thing, tomorrow's here again.
It's a lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna
Shout out
own
to everybody
down.
who's
If
in
Black
here. Y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Here we go. Back at it, back at it, back at it. We're here on the Thursday morning. Looking all crispy and clean on the screen. Good to see y'all in here, man. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com, and today we are definitely going to be doing some music reviews, but we also have a couple of topics we're going to cover and discuss today. So if y'all want an opportunity to give your opinions and give your thoughts on the subject, you do have an opportunity to call in. The link to call into the show is in the live chat in the pinned comment and also in the description. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it, man. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully y'all are doing well. It's good to see y'all in here too. Let me see who's in the building. We've got It's Me Bang is up in here. He said, what it do, ClassE? Just came to show love to you for a hot second. Appreciate you being in here, Bang. Good to see you, man. We got Young Step in here. He said me and ClassE's favorite song. I love this one, man. We've got Zolaris. I'm thinking it's pronounced like solar, so it's Zolaris. Is in the building. Says so excited. Appreciate you being here. Big D Wright's in the building. We've got Floyd, the real deal. Neil is up in here. Got to hear Floyd for the first time on the Song of the Night Live last night. He says good morning, fam. Good to see you. We've also got Savannah Frake over on BandLab too. Good to see you over there, Savannah. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So if you want to get your music reviewed at some point today, it's super easy to do. If you're watching over on BandLab, you can drop your links right there in the live chat. If you're watching on any other platform, the link to submit is in the description. Now, you can send in as many songs as you want to today, and I'm going to try and get to a good bit of y'all. The topics we're going to cover today are going to be pretty quick. So there's not too much going on yet. We're still out here waiting for somebody to drop. And my eyelashes are taking over my eye here. We're still waiting on somebody to drop. So we haven't heard any major updates on the beef that's going on between Kendrick and Drake, but I do have a couple things I want to point out, and then we'll get into the music reviews. All right, but before we get into that, y'all know what I like to do. We have a couple of announcements first. So first of all, if you missed the show last night, man, y'all go back and watch that replay. We had a great time on the Song of the Night Live last night. It was crazy. We had a ton of new people join the show too. It was dope to see a lot of new artists in there, and 2 of them actually made it into the top 10. 3 of them made it into the top 10 last night. But there was only one winner last night. If y'all want to see who the winner was, go back and watch the replay over on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. Now, there was a versus challenge to kick off last night's show as well. We had 4 artists who were competing in that versus challenge. We had Stizzy Too Hard, Smokey the One, my guy Loaded Lou, and the new timer Norman Sand was in there as well. Stizzy took home the win last night and claim that 7th spot in the season 8 tournament. So tournament time, it's coming up. We're about halfway there. So we still have 7 spots available for y'all to get into the season 8 tournament. All you have to do is tune into the Song of the Night Live Monday, Wednesday, or Friday night at 8:30 or at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, excuse me. And then you'll get an opportunity to win the Song of the Night, and you get a chance to get into the season 8 tournament as well. Secondly, we were supposed to do a live stream this morning over on the BandLab Engineer channel, but we're actually doing it this afternoon as soon as this show is over. So I'm going to be over there doing some live mixing and mastering. So if y'all haven't subscribed to the BandLab Engineer channel, make sure you do that. The link should be in the description. Otherwise, you can just go to the search bar on YouTube and type the BandLab Engineer. It'll be the first and only channel that pops up. I'm going to give you guys some advice and tips, and you can kind of see my process when I'm mixing and mastering vocals in BandLab for other artists. And we've got 2 songs we're working on today. We're going to be working on the song from my guy Cardi Boy, and then we've got another one from an artist that y'all probably haven't heard of. So appreciate y'all. Oh, and shout out to hopefully I'm saying your name right, Zolaris. You said you got it right. You got it the first time, bro. Oh, but hey, what's good? Appreciate you. Zolaris said subscribing right now. All right, appreciate you, man. Let me see who else is in here. Sam Aiden is in the building. He said you can't recover from downloading PDF files. Sam, what are you talking about? What? It's good to see you in here, but you can't just come in here saying stuff like that. We have no idea what you're talking about, or at least I don't. But good to see you over here, man. We've also got Pretty Boy Floyd is over on BandLab 2. Drops a link for us to review a little bit later. All right, let's go ahead and get into the topic, man. Let's go ahead and get into our topic today. So as y'all saw by the description and also in the title of the video, we've got a couple things that are going on here in the music industry, most specifically when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And okay, Sam Aiden said Drake being PDF. Oh, that's what that means. PDF. You can't recover from downloading PDF files. Okay, shout out to Sam. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So a couple of things I want to mention up front. Let me see if I can find this. There we go. So we've been specifically talking on this channel about what we think some of the next moves are going to be from both of these guys in the industry, whether that's Kendrick Lamar or Drake. One of the people who are social media or news content creators, you could call them, that has been at the forefront of this entire beef has been DJ Academics. He posted on his story sometime yesterday that he's waiting for a few records to drop. Now, I thought the day that that security guard got shot, unfortunately, which was on Monday, was going to be a day that Drake was going to drop, because we're still waiting on more of a powerful song from him, especially after the way things ended with The Heart Part 6. A lot of people aren't happy about it, but we still don't know what's going to happen. We're kind of at a standstill because I think, out of respect, both sides are kind of waiting for things to smooth over with that. But apparently, Academic says he's waiting for a few records. I would not be surprised if something dropped tonight. And, you know, y'all know me, I'm going to be up to date and keeping y'all up to date on what's going on with drops and new content that's posted. So make sure y'all check out the channel for that. But in light of Academic saying that, Drake posted something on his Instagram story that I thought was interesting and a lot of people didn't catch as well. So y'all check this out if you haven't seen this yet, and let me know what you think.
Criticism. Maybe I do. But when you die, will people notice? When I go, there will be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people. Many will hate me, even so. A person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's born.
All right, so there was a lot of speculation about what this was about, what this was implying. So I'm going to give a little background about what this video is from, and then you guys can make a decision as to what you think that means. So reading the caption, it says, "I don't mean this as a criticism."
Criticism. Maybe I do.
Maybe I do. But when you die, will people notice?
Will people notice? When I go,
there are going to be a lot of memories of
there
me.
will be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people.
By a lot of
Many
people.
who pay, but even so.
Many who pay, but even so.
A person needs to live with vigor.
A person needs to live with vigor. All right, so remember that phrase at the end, live with vigor. We're going to get into it in a second.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Otherwise, what's the point? All right, so some people will say, oh, this is Drake saying that he's done. Other people are saying he needs to be on self-deletion watch. I think it's a little bit more than that, and we're going to get into why in here in a second. So with that being said, first of all, we got to figure out where this video comes from. And I did a little research and looked into it. And this video is from a Netflix TV series that just came out this year. And the title of it is called A Man in Full. Now, there's a little bit of detail here that kind of tells us what the whole point and the whole idea of the series is. And then we're going to get into a video that actually breaks it down as well and kind of shows what the story is about and why this could be important to some of the next moves that are going to be made in this situation with Kendrick and Drake. So here over on Google, they say when real estate mogul Charlie Crocker faces bankruptcy, political and business interests collide as he defends his empire from those attempting to capitalize on his fall from grace. Oh, man. So we know, especially these guys in the industry, when they do something, when they post something, when they say something, if they're wearing a t-shirt that had something on it, then it's got to mean something. So clearly from this statement, in my opinion, it looks like Drake is trying to say that he might be this Charlie Crocker guy in the situation, and everyone is trying to capitalize on this situation that he's going through with his beef from Kendrick. All right, but let's dig a little bit deeper into the actual TV series and see what it's about. I want to give a shout out to Movies and Munchies over on YouTube. This is their video. We're going to review it a little bit. And This guy is not involved in this beef at all. He probably doesn't even know who who Drake is, let's be honest. But he did a great job of breaking down this series. Now, there aren't any spoilers if y'all want to watch this. I never even heard of it until today, honestly. It looks like it came out the beginning of this month. It's been out for a week now. But he's going to break down the movie, and I think it's really interesting, whether Drake was thinking this deep or not. Some of the parallels that you can take from this movie to what's going on in this situation with Kendrick and Drake. All right, y'all check it out.
Jeff Daniels has delivered some very colorful characters throughout his career, with some of the obvious performances coming from Dumb and Dumber, Arachnophobia, The Newsroom, and Godless. He's now taking on the role of a business tycoon in the Netflix limited series A Man in Full, which is based on the novel by the late Tom Wolfe. Now, it's a quick watch, and it can be tense, but is it worthwhile? When Atlanta real estate mogul Charlie Croker faces sudden bankruptcy, political and business interests collide as Charlie defends his empire from those attempting to capitalize on his fall from grace.
Nah, sound familiar? Definitely sounds familiar. I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that Drake is at the top of his game right now. Well, maybe not right now. Hey, yo. I don't know. He might, some would say he might already be on the way down, but it's interesting to see how this character kind of embodies some of the things that Drake is dealing with right now. And it's interesting to see how some of the things that are going on around him relate to this story. It's funny.
This is a 6-episode limited series that can be emotionally exhausting thanks to the varying storylines taking place simultaneously. The overarching and common line through all the arcs follows Daniels as Charlie, who's experiencing a strenuous and nerve-wracking several days. Now, his company is facing bankruptcy. He's being pressured by political and family interests, and he's also trying to run his business while taking care of his employees. Throughout the storyline, there's a court case involving one of his employees, some scheming by overly ambitious bankers, and a mayoral race that's getting into the mud to fight. Now, all of these intersect in one way or another, but the question I kept asking myself as I watched, why am I supposed to care? Daniels, he commands the screen anytime he's present. Not only is he just a towering bulk of a man, but the persona that he crafts for Charlie Croker, it's intimidating, cutthroat, domineering, and hubristic. We're not supposed to totally like or sympathize with Charlie, but there are moments here and there when the good, maybe they're honorable, that overtakes the self-important mindset, and he does become sympathetic.
Man, this whole thing between Drake and Kendrick is playing out as a Netflix short series. This is weird to just hear some of the comparisons. I mean, you got Drake, who is fighting for his life against everyone who's against him, right? The 20v1, and he's got people around him who are betraying him. It's funny, man.
And these contradictions are sprinkled throughout the narrative. He'll be wailing obscenities and verbal threats at a banker one moment and then genuinely consoling an employee the next. And it's a roller coaster of emotions, and Daniels leads
like
us through
push-ups
each
in the
one
Heart Part
effectively.
6.
Now, a repeated phrase throughout the series is live with vigor, and we can certainly watch that play out with Charlie. I mean, even if he's offending somebody, he sees it as their opportunity to embrace that rage or maybe disgust and hold it tight because it's a real and valid feeling, letting the person know they are alive and full of vitality. Now, I do appreciate how
it's
we watch.
Interesting because Drake alludes to that as well in the Heart Part 6, where he talks about, I'm glad I was able to motivate you, Kendrick. I'm out here exercising my pen. We're watching the movie right now in real life, y'all.
Letting the person know they are alive and full of vitality. Now, I do appreciate how we watch this sentiment play out through many of the other characters. Take, for instance, the bankers who are after Charlie's assets. The two main ones that the story follows are played by Bill Camp and Tom Pelphrey. And both of these characters...
Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Or Kendrick Lamar, Metro and Future. Man, I don't want to go into the whole other side of this, but I hope y'all are seeing what's going on here. This is crazy.
Are laser focused on demolishing Charlie. Their internal rage and drive, it just pours out in the performance, creating characters who are just as slimy and off-putting as Charlie can be. And at different times throughout the story, we witness each of them live with vigor. Now, while I'd argue theirs isn't the healthiest of motivations or outlooks, they still embrace their internal passion that makes them value their life. And we also watch this theme be illustrated.
Hey, yo. Did y'all hear that? This sounds exactly like what's going on. If y'all, I'm sorry, I'm at the point where I don't believe any of this is real. I'm not saying it's staged, but I think it's so funny to see how this movie was made, and it almost exactly mirrors what's going on with Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, the industry, the culture, Future, Metro Boomin. I got to run this back. Y'all hear that part.
They're focused on demolishing Charlie. Their internal rage and drive, it just pours out in the performance, creating characters who are just as slimy and off-putting as Charlie can be. And at different times throughout the story, we witness each of them live with vigor. Now, while I'd argue theirs isn't the healthiest of motivations or outlooks, they still embrace their internal passion that makes them value their life. And we also watch this theme be illustrated through a character named Conrad, played by John Michael Hill. Now, Conrad is the Croker employee who finds himself imprisoned and on trial for acting against injustice. There's some scenes where the dude has crawled into himself, but finally, he can't take it anymore, and his vigor is explosive and painful looking. Out of most of the characters we watch, he's one of the most noble and honorable people. Conrad's a character that can be used as a moral comparison with
J. Cole. Oh, man. Y'all see it? This is wild.
And honorable people. Conrad's a character that can be used as a moral comparison with Charlie. While Charlie does have moments of nobility, he's mostly arrogant and cruel. Conrad, on the other hand, is mostly noble, with moments that can be construed as cruel, but are actually just when seen in context. Now, I loved the performances throughout this series, and not just with the ones that I have listed. I mean, there are several more who create spectacular dynamics within the storyline. Diane Lane, Sarah Jones, Amel Amin, William Jackson Harper, Josh Pais, and Anthony Heald all provide compelling characters. Now, we may not like all of them, and we may even hate some, but they're impactful and they add depth to the storytelling. Now, the thing I have the largest problem with, though, is that when all is said and done, I felt like we've just watched a small slice of life for a pompous rich white dude and those that kind of intersect within his chaos.
Yo, Rick, I don't know. I guess Rick Ross was right? Man, oh man. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I didn't feel much of anything when the story concluded. I mean, I enjoyed the acting, and the pace of the story was urgent and efficient, but I still can't shake that feeling of how empty the series felt once it hits the final credits. As I mentioned before, the examination of the Living with Vigor theme, that works well, and it creates some intriguing storylines. But even with those, by the end, the entirety of what we watched, it felt futile. And not in that awesome way futility is delivered in cosmic horrors, but I was just left with, hey, now what do we watch? I mean, don't get me wrong, this still has merit if you want to watch talented actors chew through their scenes and sometimes each other. But once it's ended, I think you're going to have a difficult time remembering why it was even happening to begin with. A lot of the sarcastic and biting comedy works, as does the intensity of the drama, creating opportunities for many of the cast to showcase their grit. And for as wonderful as Daniels is in this performance, along with the talented cast that he's surrounded by, this isn't something to push everything else off of your calendar in order to binge. There's sex, nudity, a ton of profanity, and some violence. I give A Man in Full 3 out of 5 couches. So what are you watching this weekend? Anything I should have on my list to check out? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris.
All right, shout out to Chris over there on Movies and Munchies, man. It's interesting, y'all. Very interesting to see the two parallels between it. So again, we wouldn't even make the connection if Drake hadn't dropped this on his story.
This is criticism. Maybe I do. But when you die, will people notice? When I go, there will be a lot of memories of me by a lot of people. Many will hate me, even so. A person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's going?
So, y'all, we're watching a real life movie. I mean, like it or not, we know there are things that are bigger at play here than Drake and Kendrick, especially when they both have relationships with Universal Music Group. But it's interesting to see how it can all be pretty much laid out and explained in the movie or in a limited series like A Man in Full. So I think that's very interesting that Drake shared that. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pontificate about what could be the inner meanings of things. I just think at the end of the day, we're going to hear something from him soon. I think he's going to drop first before Kendrick does, because Kendrick, I mean, he's on top of the world right now. Congratulations to him on all the success. So it'll be interesting to see how Drake responds, because I have a feeling it's coming soon. All right, we've got one more thing that we're going to get into here, but I want to see what y'all are saying about that in the chat. Young Stepper said, "Oh, I'm classy. I forgot to tell you, but you might not see me as much. I'm currently deciding on if I want to quit music or not." There's no such thing as quitting music, Stepper. There's no such thing as quitting music. So I would be interested to hear from you, not right now, because I'm sure it's something personal, why you're feeling that way or why you're having those thoughts. Because when you're someone who's talented and who's had a passion for music and who's created music, let me tell you, as a almost 34-year-old, even if you step away from it, that passion and that drive and that purpose that you have in finding music, it doesn't go away. So if maybe there's a mindset shift that you're going through to where maybe music is taking a step back, or there's things that are going in your life that you're maybe saying that music might not be as important as right now, I definitely understand that. But when it comes to being an artist and being music, it's just a part of who you are, and that doesn't go away. So there's other things going on in your life to where maybe music needs to take a back seat. I definitely understand it, but just know, man, music is a part of who you are, and you've been in it for this long for a reason. So it's not going anywhere. Whether it's now, whether it's 5 years from now, whether it's 5 weeks from now, 10 years from now, you'll be back into the music. So I think it's better when we have these type of situations and conversations about stepping away from music, understanding what is going on in life that's making us feel this way about music, right? Because I don't want you to continue to go down this path and then you lose a part of yourself because of other things that maybe need to be addressed. Because I know what that can do to you as a person. So let's have the conversation. You know, I got your back. I'm here for you. Hit me up, and whatever you need, I got you, man. Shout out to Young Stepper though. I know I don't want to have the conversation in the comments, so we'll talk about it. Sam Aiden is in here, says he played the scene back more times than he spun on Kendrick. That's not true.
Stop the cap.
That's not true at all. Sam, Drake is taking shots at like literally 20 different people right now, and multiple shots at Kendrick. So yeah, it's clear you're a Drake fan or you're a Kendrick hater. I don't know which one, but yeah, you can I appreciate you being here and in the chat, but you are definitely wrong. Jakey G says the industry is winning. The culture is winning right now. And that's how people would see it, even though Kendrick is a part of the industry, which we're not going to get into. Sam Eddie says Drake's going to try to step on every Kendrick release from now on. Interesting. What do y'all think about that? Y'all think that's the case? Young Stepper says, I'm a failure. I'll never be good enough for anyone. Step up. Come on, man.
Stop the cap.
Look, I know you're upset about whatever is going on right now. You just know that's not true. Like in this entire community, we've lifted you up. We've shown you love. We've talked about how far you've progressed and how much you've grown. Man, I don't want to hear that. And stop saying that to yourself, because it's just not true. I mean, if you want to go back and watch the videos, live in 4K to where I've said, and multiple people in this community, real life people have said that that's not true. Yeah, stop it, man. I don't want to hear that. And don't tell that to yourself. It's not true. Floyd, the real deal Neil said it never goes away. The truth is, for most of us, it's therapy. You have stuff you have to get out, or it turns into depression. Yeah, you don't want to lose that creative part of yourself, man. So just, we're here. I'm here to help you keep pushing through, man. You got this. You got this. Yeah, step of this. Don't. Yeah. Okay. You said I'll text you about it in a little. That's fine. Sam says Drake won't be canceled because he has too much cachet in rap, but Kendrick gained more than Drake. He got comfortable at the top and opened up a can of worms he's not ready to deal with. So there's a truth and an interesting statement in there, Sam. You said Drake won't be canceled because he has too much cachet in rap. It is extremely difficult to cancel Drake, especially because UMG invested over $400 million into Drake as a brand. So, I mean, when it comes to the music industry, Drake isn't going anywhere. Let's just be honest. So you're definitely right about that. For him to be canceled, I mean, I think there would have to be something rock solid that people would want to turn against Drake, kind of like they are right now, which there's not even any rock solid evidence out there. You would have to make people want to turn against Drake and not listen to his music. And I haven't seen that yet. There's some stuff you're kind of like, oh, that's weird. I wouldn't do that. But also you said Kendrick gained more than Drake. Yeah, Drake had nothing to gain from this battle other than his own ego, other than him, feeling like, hey, I stood up for myself. I finally got to face Kendrick and show the world what I'm capable of. And I said this yesterday, if it came out today that Drake was right, that Kendrick was being abusive, that Kendrick hasn't seen his kid in 6 months, which I think has been proven true, that and Drake in some way was able to out rap Kendrick and out Kendrick, the culture still wouldn't accept Drake. And I think he knows this. I think he's playing the villain role. I think that's one of the reasons he's taken this path. I think that's one of the reasons he posted that story. He sees himself as this villain, this person everyone wants to take down. They don't want a part of the culture. The culture was never going to accept Drake. And I think he realized that. He's realized that a long time ago. So he's just going to continue to do his thing, whatever happens, and at least show that he didn't back down and he stood up to the fight. So Kendrick was the only one who could win in this situation in the public eye, in my opinion, because the culture was always going to support Kendrick. So I'd be interested enough from you, if things went the other way, Sam, what would that look like? What would that look like for Drake? And what would Drake have to gain out of this battle? I'll be interested to know that from you. He said he got comfortable at the top and opened up a can of worms he's not ready to deal with. I don't think Drake is fine right now. Steppa says, thanks, y'all. I've been struggling a lot from family problems, relationship problems, grief, and school issues, and I just don't feel like myself right now. Yeah, just take a break, man. Take a break, Steppa. Life is going to happen. I definitely get it. Trust me. I get and understand. I have things that I go through and struggle with the same thing. But yeah, just take a time for yourself. Take a break. Maybe don't try and do so much. And I know you can get back up and work through these things, but we'll talk about it. Let me see. We've got King Hudson is up in here too. He said, Drake got Hadouken. Oh man, that's tough. Dang.
Perfect.
Who else? All right, I think I got the rest of y'all in here, and I appreciate y'all lifting up and showing love to young Steppa too. Let me see if anybody wanted to call in as well. Y'all give me 1 second real quick. Allergies are kicking my butt right now. Hold on.
brother. So I'ma send you love, not one shell casing. Believe in yourself and change our situation. Yeah.
Believe in your skin, believe in your hair, believe in yourself. Believe in your talk, believe in your walk, believe in yourself. Believe in your skin, believe in your hair, believe in yourself. Believe in your talk, believe in your walk, believe in yourself.
Thank you. I realized I muted my mic because I was sneezing over here. Thank you to everybody who's in here. If y'all could, make sure you like the video on your way in or on your way out if you decide you don't want to stay. If you want to call in, the link to call in is in the pinned comment in the chat and in the description. Let me make sure we're good there. BandLab's good. All right, cool. So let me see what y'all are saying. Sam said, if Drake was to win, he'd have his messy moment of shutting up the critics. He would be cemented as the greatest of all time. The GOAT conversation would favor him more. He still have ops, but still. Yeah, see, you're saying the GOAT conversation would favor him more, which would mean he's already in the GOAT conversation. So let's break this down. If Drake was to win, he'd have his messy moment of shutting up critics. Sam, what does Drake winning look like? Because I already stated, and I think the culture would agree, Drake was never going to be that guy. He could have grown up in the hood, have the same story as Eminem, and he was not going to be the culture guy. I mean, if we want to be real, just based off of the way he looks, he was not going to be that guy. All right, so you got to put that aside. You got to tell me what Drake winning looks like, because as you just alluded to, he's already in the GOAT conversation. He's already at his peak. He's outperforming everybody that's out there. And when you think of hip hop, you think of Drake. The first person people think of is Drake. When they say modern hip hop right now, they think of Drake. They think of his last project. They think of all the dolls. They think of first person shooter. Even when they think of hip hop right now, they think of Kendrick Lamar because of Drake. And I'm talking about as a whole, right? But if you're going to say, oh, well, he would shut up the critics. Where are the critics coming from? Hip hop culture. He would be cemented as the greatest of all time. By who? There's already people that have him in the conversation. Yeah, LA, but you're a hip hop culture person. So I get that. The large majority of people who enjoy and listen to Drake's music are not hip hop culture people. And you could even argue the majority of people who listen to hip hop in general aren't hip hop culture people, because you've got the people like the LA Woods, like the hip hop culture purists that know and understand and respect music as an art and don't just want to listen to the next cool hip hop track, right? But that is a small makeup of music listeners as a whole. And you said he still have ops, but still. Yeah, I don't see what Drake winning looks like, because he's already winning, I guess is what I'm saying. Sam Eddie says the people who didn't mess with him, probably wouldn't either. Yeah, exactly. But when I talk about the GOAT convo, he would not be as frequently put in the same sentence as Kendrick. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about hip hop culture. You say, well, when I talk about the GOAT convo, he would not be as frequently put in the same sentence as Kendrick. An overwhelming majority of the hip hop culture doesn't even have Kendrick as the GOAT. This is the thing. And if Kendrick were to continue to do what he's doing and completely obliterate Drake, hip hop culture isn't going to say Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT. They're going to say, hey, Kendrick, great job taking out Drake. We knew he was a phony anyway. And then they're going to keep it moving. Kendrick is not in the GOAT conversation. If you talk to hip hop people and this beef ends today, you talk to hip hop culture, they're not saying Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest of all time. They say he has some classic albums. They say, you know, he's an elite lyricist, but they're not putting him up there as one of the greatest of all times. I mean, they'll probably even put Kanye and Jay-Z before they put Kendrick Lamar up there. So again, I say Drake literally had nothing to gain from this battle other than his own ego, other than him being able to say, hey, I stood my ground. Kendrick's doing numbers right now because of me. So should he, I think the question is, should Drake have even taken this fight to begin with? I love it because I like to see two elites, two generational talents go at it. So I think it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's entertaining. Drake, at the end of this, he's still going to be winning. He's still going to be Drake. He's got a $400 million deal with UMG, and he's not going anywhere. Kendrick, he's going to win too. So Drake winning in this situation is just him feeling like he handled business. He did what he needed to do, and he didn't fumble like he did with the Pusha T incident. And I think Drake is going to get there because I don't think this is the end. I think we're at halftime. I think there's going to be more music to come. But yeah, it's just this was it was either a win-win or a lose-lose, depending on how you look at it for Drake. But Drake is already at the top. And Drake is already mentioned in the conversation as one of the greatest of all times, like it or not. Sam says, because even the guy you sent to behead him lost. Yeah, but Pusha T, I mean, look what Pusha T did. Is what Kendrick is doing to Drake right now worse than what Pusha T did? Hell no. Nope. Drake has kept up with Kendrick this entire time. Yeah, there's been a lot of antics in there, but if you go back and you break down each round, each song that was released, I mean, Drake was right there up until Not Like Us. Now, he still has some room and has some opportunity to match that type of energy, but yeah, it's not, I don't know what could happen after this other than, you know, something coming out about Drake and his entire career ending that would move the needle in that way. King Hudson says, I heard Lupe Fiasco wants smoke with Kendrick. Yeah, we talked about it. Sam says, I disagree. Yeah, Sam, I wish you would call in, man. If y'all want to call in, you can. I think most people in hip hop culture would agree with me that Drake was never going to be that guy from the beginning. There's just nothing he could have done to be hip hop savior. Even though he somewhat is, because as you said earlier, I mean, he's already in the greatest conversation. He's in another stratosphere, getting close to MJ's and the Madonnas. I mean, it's Taylor Swift and Drake right now. LA Wood says facts. Jakey G says play Not Like Us. I'm not playing that. King Hudson says Ransom would give Kendrick problems. Yeah, I want to see a battle. This right now, this is a lot of theatrics. It's a lot of entertainment. I'm here for it because I'm a content creator. and a hip hop fan. So I think it's just fun to watch. Now, when someone gets shot, that's when it kind of sucks the energy out of it. But it's just the nature of the business, unfortunately. Hollywood Co said, "Not Like Us definitely opened the gap." Honestly, I don't think so. I think Drake had to make the Heart Part 6. He had to make it. Especially when it comes to his brand with the deal he's got with UMG, Nike, whoever. I think Jordan, he's got a deal with Jordan too. You have to make a statement and just say, I didn't do that. So yeah, Kendrick played it right. It was a great punch. It was a great jab. It was definitely a knockdown, in my opinion. And Kendrick is up several points, not only because Not Like Us is trending and it's an absolute hit, but because Drake had to say, hey, I didn't do this to defend the brand. Sam, we'll get to a couple more comments and then we'll get to the next part talking about Kendrick Lamar and winning this round so far. I'm winning this battle so far. Sam says, but those people who didn't accept him were biased from the start. Yes. They're not strictly looking at rap. They encompass everything Drake, including his lifestyle, whom most can't relate to or don't agree with. Yeah, so you're talking about the entirety of hip hop culture, right? Or not the entirety of hip hop culture, but I guess I need to change the way I say that. When I say hip hop culture, I'm not referring to the two sides of hip hop culture, like the industry side and the hip hop, the OG hip hop side. I'm referring to like the hip hop purists who are they're not listening to the song. They're like, yeah, this is nice. They're looking at the delivery. They're looking at the cadence. They're looking at the lyrics. They're looking at all the subtleties that aren't recognized by just the average listener. And I think that's a small sector of hip hop culture as a whole, but I guess we need to start calling them the hip hop purists. I think those are the people you're talking about who are biased. And a lot of them are at the forefront of hip hop media as well. So I think that's where things start to take a shift, because they can influence the rest of hip hop culture as well. He said they're not strictly looking at rap. They encompass everything Drake, including his lifestyle, who most can't relate to or don't agree with. Drake as a brand, not just as music. Yep, I agree. LA Wood says, do y'all think Kendrick's Drake diss was better than Chris Brown's Quavo diss?
Hell no. To the no, no,
Nope.
no. Yeah, to the no. Hell to the no.
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 It depends on which one. You're probably talking about Beat the Grams. We have to look at it. I know because of social media, we want to get into, the facts versus the truth. With these battles, it's not about truth and lies. It's about shots. Who can take the best shots, right? And in this case, Kendrick still, to this point, other than, I guess you could say, other than dropping Not Like Us, he really hasn't taken shots at Drake like that. They've been going back and forth and it's been pretty even up until Not Like Us dropped. And the only reason I think Not Like Us is so impactful is just because it's a hit song. It's one of the first hit songs we've had out of this battle. Push Up could have been that, but Drake, I think he fumbled on the release with that one. Should have officially dropped it. It would have had way more impact. But yeah, so I don't see where Kendrick really just absolutely killed Drake. Do I think Chris Brown's was better? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sam said Quavo's diss was weak. Was Quavo's diss even a diss? I don't know what Quavo was doing. And LA Wood says, in my personal opinion, I don't know many disses better than Chris Brown's. I'm with you 100%. I'm still, right now, especially going back and looking through each round, I think Chris Brown has the diss of the year. I'm not worried about monetizing this. Let's go back and play it. Do I have it on? Yeah, Chris Brown just Chris Brown, which is, I think it's even crazier because he's mainly known as the singer now. Y'all all have heard "Look at Me Now." You know Chris Brown can rap and a couple other songs, but just the way he just did not hold back on going at Quavo was crazy.
Now we can settle this like you got some class.
Just listen to this. I didn't like my own video.
Hey Chris, I don't want no issues, bro. I don't want no smoke. I don't want fights. I don't want to do nothing, bro. Like, please, bro.
Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want
Come
smoke
on,
with me?
CB.
Who want smoke with C? Who want smoke with me? Who want? Okay, let's get down to the facts, pussy. I'm dripped in red. Don't let this R&B shit fool you, niggas get ripped to shreds. Quavo talking like he a thug, nigga. You a bitch with dread. Can't wait to see the day that you back up all of that shit you said. What's all this bullshit you talking? You ain't no huncho, nigga. You the weakest link out of your clique. Let's keep it a hundo, nigga. Fuck my ex-ho, that's cool. I don't give no fuck, little nigga. Cause I fucked your ex when you was still with a bitch. I'm up, little nigga. They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that shit. Don't let that line go over your head. I might just sing about that shit. I had a feeling about that dick. There's something sweet about that shit. I got some tea about that bitch, but I ain't gonna speak about that shit. I ain't playing chess with a checker player. I'm a ticking bomb on a detonator. I shit on niggas, I'm a defecator. I put Amigo on a ventilator. Stop talking about beating girls. You was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the taste, that's devastating. You doing bad.
Dang.
You a bitch in your music trash. Fashion week, they set me next to your lame ass. I was truly mad.
I don't know why we're talking about Chris Brown right
breaking
now.
your face, but I gave you a pass. You lucky I ain't wanna fuck the money up, boy. I would've broke you in half. Quit trying to be tough, you ain't like that. Why you keep showing off? Quit talk about drugs, you the only pack that I've been smoking on. I just hit my plug, told him come back, I'ma need more than one. Your last album was a weed trade, just some bullshit that we roll up on. You know what's on, put you to bed. Night, night, that's Sudafed. Show me that I'm tender, bitch. Time to prove what you done said. R.I.P. Take off, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead. You trippin', Chris, don't say that, don't lose your head. You done turned a big bad wolf when these fuck niggas never knew revenge. This what happens when a fuck nigga push a real nigga out to the edge. This what happens when a dumb nigga get fame and it get to his head. You gon' kiss this ring, nigga. Big fuck you from my middle finger. I tattoo my trigger finger. Bring real beat to your dinner table. My mental state ain't never stable. I know this shit gon' sting, nigga. I ran your ass through the ringer, nigga. You just got bodied by a singer, nigga. Bitch. Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me?
Chris Brown is a savage.
What did he say?
Chris Brown is a savage. That man, yo, yeah, LA, he said, because this is the diss of the year. Chris Brown, I mean, what does Quavo say after that? He's got to pull a Drake and be like, no, I'm not. And Chris Brown, this is the thing. Chris Brown, he can back up every single thing he said in that track. Quavo does not want to see Chris Brown in the street. That's a fact. Video of him on the elevator. That's a fact. The stuff about Chris Brown and Rihanna, that's old news, whatever. Chris Brown is still winning with his career. Quavo tried to bring that up. Yeah, Chris Brown won. Shout out to Chris Brown. That is one, man. I wish they would have waited until Kendrick and Drake was over with, because woo, that was fire. That was one of the best. That's one of the best diss tracks ever. Oh man. And Sam Aiden said it. He said CB rapping better than the rappers. Yeah, he had a nice hook on there too. Sam also said, I enjoyed Euphoria more than Not Like Us. Only so many times you want to bump your head to PDF out. Facts. Facts. That is so facts, Sam. And I said the exact same thing. This is why I'm not too big on Not Like Us, because it got ruined by Kendrick yelling pedophile in the song. You know, nobody wants to be like, you're not going to be driving down the street with Not Like Us and you're going to look in the car next to you and they're liking the song, nodding their head, and the part comes on about a pedophile, you're gonna be like, can we skip? Can we fast forward that a little bit? It's not gonna age well. But right now it's dope. You are 100% right, Sam. 100% right. What else here? Chris Brown was ruthless. Sam Aiden said OVO ghostwriting sweatshop should have hired CB. Yeah, for sure. LA Wood said ClassE, yes. I like how Chris Brown came with the real shots, the real facts, no accusations. He did that for sure. Oh man. Yeah, Chris Brown, I mean, that diss track needs to be studied. Short, sweet, to the point. And then Quavo, he just, I mean, I get he had to somewhat defend Takeoff, even though Chris Brown was giving Takeoff more props to the fact that saying, hey, can we trade you for Takeoff? God dang. What do you say to that? Bringing Takeoff into the hook was, I hated that. So yeah, Quavo did not do Atlanta proud. We're not going to talk about it, but yeah, that was crazy. All right, we got a couple more topics we want to get into. We got over 40,000 people in here. Please, y'all, I see over half of y'all haven't liked the video. I don't ask for much. I beg for likes here. Just like the video. It's free. It helps the channel continue to grow. Even if you don't like what we're talking about, like the video, dislike the video, either one. All right. Dang, King Sean said Takeoff carried the song. You ain't never lied, Sean. You ain't never lied. All right, so we got another quick segment we want to get into. So when it comes to, and let me make sure we're good here. Yep. When it comes to Kendrick winning, it's looking like right now there is a general consensus that Kendrick Lamar is winning this battle right now. All right. Now, I would have to agree. Because Drake had to go on the defense. Kendrick really did some things on the Not Like Us track and in real life that really affected Drake. So some real life shots and some lyrical and music shots on that one. I mean, Kendrick took this last round by a landslide, but in my opinion, it's not over yet. We're just at halftime. Drake, Academics, who's very close to Drake, has insinuated so many times that this isn't over and there's more music to be dropped. And even Kendrick himself said, hey, if you want to go, we can go. I'm cool with it. So I wanted to get a little more insight and let you guys hear some opinions of people on both sides. We're going to talk about some of the points that they make, see if they're valid. And I want to see what y'all think in the comments too. Here we go. So this is Rory and Mal going off about this whole situation in this last round with Drake versus Kendrick when it comes to the Heart Part 6 and Not Like Us. Y'all check this out. Here we go. Hold on.
That's exactly what he did on the Hard Part 6. He rapped about this nigga is taking his fake information. I told y'all this on Family Matters when I said, you digging for dirt, you should be digging for proof. I got pictures of the fucking little girl, all in the fucking video plastered on the wall. I'm fucking playing with this dumb nigga, and he's going for it. I'm the most lit nigga in the game. Y'all mad, and there's no skeletons in my closet. I'm not no fucking pedophile. Stop it. That's the only thing y'all niggas know that could fucking end my run is me being, and it doesn't exist. Stop the bullshit. But you, Mr. Lamar, you hit your girl because she's bigger than you.
That's
you
wild,
put your hands on your girls. You've been engaged for years. Y'all not married yet. You living in New York. She's not. Let's talk real shit. All this 11-year-old daughter shit y'all talking about.
Yeah.
And because he released it right after the Family Matters. It's a better record. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
We didn't say it was a better record. We said Family Matters is probably the best song in this whole shit.
It ain't no probably, nigga. It's the best record that's released in this entire beef.
All right. Family Matters is the best record that's been released in the beef. Let's start with that point and then we'll go through the rest of it. Family Matters is the best song. Nah, I'm not gonna rock with that.
Stop the cap.
I'm not gonna rock with that. If you take some of the things we talked about in other videos and in the past, Not Like Us, it's just man, the whole structure of the song, the listenability, the repeatability, it's all there. The only thing I don't like is the use of the word, you know, pedo. It's not going to age well. You know, kids in 10 years aren't going to want to be out there screaming and singing that word. Now, in defense of Not Like Us, most people don't listen to full songs like that anyway. You got the TikTok age where you're just going to clip the most popular part of the song. They not like us. They not like us. So I don't think that is going to have that big of an impact. I just think overall it's not going to age as great. But right now, you got to go with, I think it would have to be Not Like Us for me, Push-Ups, and then personal favorites would be probably 616 in LA, just because from a lyrical standpoint, I think that was the biggest hit from Kendrick. And then number 4, I would probably go Family Matters. But yeah, Kendrick's got him on that one. Come on now. All right, so shout out to Kendrick. But there's a couple other things I want to address here too that I thought were just wild.
That's exactly what he did on the Hard Part 6. He rapped about this nigga is taking his fake information. I told y'all this on Family Matters when I said, you digging for dirt, you should be digging for proof. I got pictures of the fucking little girl, all in the fucking video plastered on the wall.
Now, this is a great point. Drake does not get enough credit for this counter, is what we'll call it if we're going to use boxing terms, for this counter, because Kendrick's saying, oh yeah, you got a daughter, talked about it on Meet the Grams, wrote a whole letter to her. And then Drake is basically saying, I fed you all that fake information. That, in my opinion, was an absolutely amazing counter by Drake, but it gets lost because Drake at the end is going on defense. So again, if we're using boxing, if you make a couple good jabs, you maybe land 2 or 3, and then you're doing this the whole time, the whole rest of the round, it's not going to be a good look. You're not going to get as many points for playing defense. So I think that's why this was lost. And man, Drake could have had the upper hand if he had just doubled down on, you're an idiot, I fed you all this information, your whole case is built on lies, you're a liar, no one should believe what you're saying because you don't even have great sources, so I'm not even going to address this other stuff. And he just should have stopped with, I've never been with someone who's this, right? And then that would have hit so much harder, but he didn't, and this is where we're at right now. All right,
I'm fucking playing with this dumb nigga, and he's going for it. I'm the most lit nigga in the game. Y'all mad, and there's no
shout out to everybody who's in here.
I'm not no fucking pedophile. Stop. That's the only thing y'all niggas know that could fucking end my run is me being, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah, and he's saying it exactly how Drake should have said it. And instead, he went on this long thing explaining himself, and it just ruined the whole entire counter that he made. Because you can still defend yourself by keeping it succinct, short, sweet, to the point.
Stop the bullshit. But you, Mr. Lamar, you hit your girl because she's bigger than you. You put your hands on your girl. You've been engaged for years. You're not married yet. You living in New York. She's not.
Yo, that not married yet line. Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. That whole y'all been together, he's not even marrying you, is wild. That's
real
crazy.
Shit. All this 11-year-old daughter shit y'all talking about, and because he released it right after the Family Matters. It's a better record. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
We didn't say it was a better record. We said Family Matters is probably the best song in this whole shit.
It ain't no probably.
Yeah, I mean, Mal needs to go ahead and write for Drake, because the way he said it was absolutely perfect and what Drake should have done. But if you go back and look at the lyrics, I pointed it out to y'all. There was a point where Drake should have just cut it off and not say, oh, I've never even looked twice at a teenager, and I'm too famous to be in jail. And if I had done this, I would have been in jail already. It's like, man, just chill, man. Just say you didn't do it and keep it moving. Double down, keep taking shots. This is all about shots back and forth. It's not about, is this true? Is this not true? It's about how many shots can I take? And Drake just gave up so much leverage he had by not doubling down on, I fed you the story. Why aren't you marrying your girl? Why'd you beat her? You gonna talk about that? You don't care? Why haven't you seen your kid in 6 months? There's so much ammo he could have used instead of spending all this time focusing on defense. So it's unfortunate for him because that was a huge blow this round, especially considering the success of Not Like Us. So I want to play another video for y'all. This is Joe Budden. Hopefully they give me the grace. Fair use. Joe Budden, do not copyright this video. Fair use. He's on this podcast talking about this whole situation, this last round specifically between Not Like Us and The Heart Part 2. And as much as I hate to say it, Joe has some good takes, but y'all check it out. See for yourself. Let me know what you think.
The most important line in this battle starts to come true, which is, it's not just me. I'm what the culture is feeling. When you pair that to the weirdo chart activity, when you pair that to, yo dog, when Not Like That dropped, I learned that Mustard had a problem with Drake.
True. Not Like Us.
I mean, Not Like Us,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I start scratching my fucking head. Nigga, you got a beef with Mustard?
Arrogance, man.
It's
like
not
you
the
said,
side of the coin.
It's the
I'm
culture.
saying that one person has offended about 100 people in the music industry, and you can hear it every step of the way in this battle. It comes up. Every step in the
100%
battle,
right.
he say something else that remind me, oh shit, you got a beef with, oh shit, John Morant, nigga, you got a beef with, oh shit, you got a beef with.
It can't be everybody else. Lonely at the
nigga,
top.
Jack started tweeting. Jack!
Yeah. Okay.
From Twitter. Start tweeting. It's weird. I'm like, hey, why the fuck is he so-
and then when they
Yo, Joe needs to chill, man. Check your blood pressure or something. Relax. Relax. Anyway, he's making some good points though. I said this from the beginning since day one when this started. I say, y'all, this is not going to be a battle of who's the greatest. It's the culture versus the industry. Drake symbolizes the industry, which is at its core everything that hip hop culture hates and goes against. They're going against the machine. Drake right now is the machine. He has the machine behind him. And this is why everybody, whether they have a problem or not, whether you want to dig through their history and point out, oh, there's this and oh, there's this. There's 20, 30, 50, 100 guys on the hip hop culture side, on Kendrick's side, that have done each other dirty. All right, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. If we were to go and dig and look back, Future did something dirty to such and such as gay girl. The Weeknd was in the studio and got a beat that such and such wanted. This is just the nature of the game. But because Drake just symbolizes the power of the machine and what the machine can do, and he's clearly been the chosen one with getting the largest deal an artist have ever signed in history from Universal Music Group. I mean, there was no winning for Drake, and everybody who's not a part of that, they have no other course but to turn against him because he symbolizes everything that they hate.
They start connecting a dot with that. It's not weird no more.
Ice. I don't care what
Jack
you
Dorsey?
niggas say.
Yes, Jack Dorsey.
I don't
Yeah.
care
I'm
what
sorry, I
y'all
missed that.
say on some fanfare shit. If we were in real life and this existed with somebody,
Yeah, you're the problem.
how would we treat that
No,
person?
100%. You are the problem. You are the common denominator in all this shit. What I'm saying is that could be true.
I disagree 100%. 1000%. The kid that got good grades and showed up to class on time in school and turned in their paper on time, instead of going outside to play when they got home, they did their homework. They got straight A's. They never missed a class. They did the extra credit work. When the teacher forgot to hand out homework, they were the kid that was like, hey, can I get the homework? And they did the work. They did what they needed to do to get to that point. What did everybody call them? They didn't say, hey, Timmy, wow, amazing work, Timmy. You really did it. You did what you had to do to get to the top. Nope. They called him a teacher's pet. They said, you're a suck up. They said, you're a brown noser. They said, oh, well, you're only doing this because it's such and such. And this is where I completely disagree with them on this point. Let's rewind it one more time.
Ice.
I
don't care what
Jack
you
Dorsey?
niggas say.
Yes, Jack Dorsey.
I don't
Yeah.
care
I'm
what
sorry, I
y'all
missed that.
say on some fanfare shit. If we were in real life and this existed with somebody,
yeah, you're the problem.
How would we treat that
No,
person?
100%. You are the problem. You are the common denominator.
Yeah, I disagree with that, because even with y'all think about some of the people you work with, right? And now I'm not taking away accountability from Drake. I'm not saying that, oh, Drake didn't do anything wrong and he never hurt anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, because Drake is where he's at, this is why he's looked at this way by the industry. It's not because he's the problem, which I guess you could say, yeah, he's the problem, but it's because it's where he's at. If Drake were still doing features and he was on Future's level, to where he's just the feature guy, he's featured on this album, he's featured on this project, feature, nobody would care. But it's because Drake is here, they're like, oh, no, nope, we're not gonna let you do that, man. So then you can take all these little things that happen throughout Drake's career, which, let's be honest, this is the kind of stuff that normally happens, especially in these type of relationships. And y'all even have seen some of the hypocrisy with Metro Boomin pointing out things about Drake that you could say are true about other artists that he works with. Hell, Kendrick Lamar is attacking Drake for being a bad dad when the track that he but the track that he kicked off this beef with is on an album with a guy who is a known and professional womanizer who has kids with multiple women. So, y'all want to talk about hypocrisy? I'm fine with that. I'm cool with talking about the hypocrisy, but you got to have it on both sides. You can swap out Drake for anybody else, and this situation is going to go the same way because Drake is where he is in his career. And you could bring up all the different things that he did dirty, all the moves that he made that people can look at and be like, oh, that's not right. Oh, he took this beat from Diddy and they got in the fight. There's guys that have been shot over this stuff. We're not talking about that because they're not Drake.
And all the shit.
What I'm saying is that could be true. That person don't necessarily got to give a fuck about that, though. I'm up here at the top by myself. Fuck all y'all.
But Ice, that
No.
That's
That's why I don't care about what you niggas think about, not you niggas, but just about the fans' opinion about a beef. The industry is sending a clear-cut message.
Wrong.
Stop the cap.
Not the industry. Not the industry, the culture. The industry just signed Drake. The industry just signed Drake to the biggest contract in hip hop history, Joe Budden. So you're wrong about that. It's not the industry. The industry loved Drake. The industry is investing $400 million into Drake because the industry is going to make $1.5 billion off of Drake. All right. Again, I just hate to keep re-saying it. This is not the industry. You're talking about hip hop culture. There's a big difference.
Is sending a clear-cut message that you have won out your welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
This is not a Kendrick just West Coast thing. That's what I'm saying.
And he is the right person to deliver that message for us.
Yeah,
because
Kendrick,
of who he is.
they just went and tapped somebody on the shoulder like Big Dog.
Go. Right
Help.
there. Yeah.
Help.
I agree with
Metro is on Twitter saying, hey, Drake, you know that I can't say whatever our real problem is because both of us going to look crazy. That means that he's told somebody whatever that real problem is, and it looked crazy. This is not just coincidentally we are all mad at Drake's success and we are acting out. This is bigger than that is all I'm saying. So for him to not recognize it, I agree with him on it. It just boils down to the arrogance, I think.
I'm agreeing. It is arrogant.
It says something that nobody outside of Birdman is saying something in support of Drake. It's not up for question. I'm telling I'm telling y'all something.
Yeah, and again, I get what Joe is saying, but the reason they're not saying anything is because they're the Kendrick Lamars. They are hip hop culture. Drake, he made a decision at some point. He said, I'm never going to be the hip hop culture guy. So let me be the industry guy. I'm going to ride this thing all the way to the top. And when it comes to hip hop culture, one of the things is if you achieve a certain level of success, call it toxic, call it whatever you want to. Hip hop culture is going to look at you funny if you make it to a certain level, right? And there's going to be a bigger amount of people watching what you're doing. Look at Jay-Z. Look at Ye. Look at Drake even. So again, the reason nobody's speaking out against them because Drake is the villain right now. Nobody wants to side. Who wants to side with the villain? I don't see how anybody could speak out against this. And again, if you were to put someone else in this situation and they were to be at this point, you'd have the majority of people who are down at a certain level going at that person as well.
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm telling y'all factual music business shit. It's no longer just odd. It's by design.
It's either silence or
it's
with this nigga over here.
calculated.
Those are the two options at this point. Either they're being completely silent, and not saying a word.
Silence
Because it's a lot of motherfuckers who ain't said nothing.
Yeah, because they want those Drake features. 21 Savage. 21 Savage is out here on tour like, hey, hey, hey. 21 Savage is like, hey, Drake, call me. Call me when this is over. All right, let's get another collab in. You know who hasn't been mentioned in this, who the biggest loser I think is in this whole situation? Who hasn't been brought up? Rest in peace to his career, man. DJ Khaled. Man. DJ Khaled. What is DJ Khaled gonna do? I know, no, but y'all are saying, what? DJ Khaled? We're talking about DJ Khaled right now. Man. This is gonna be a tough run for my guy DJ Khaled, man. I don't know how that next album's gonna look, but we gotta bless up for DJ Khaled. All right, shout out to him. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Is Joe Budden right? Is this just the industry is trying to send a message, or is Drake the villain right now? No one wants to side with him, and it's more of a benefit from a hip hop culture standpoint for other artists to take sides. Y'all let me know what you think. DJ Khaled is in shambles right now. We got over 80,000 people in here. We got 26 likes. I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all could, make sure you like the video. I'm going to go through some of the comments. And again, if y'all want to call in, if you want to give your opinion, if you disagree with me, if you just have some smoke, all right, if you have some smoke because you don't like the pocket on my t-shirt, call in. Let me know what you think. I want to hear y'all's opinion. I want to interact with y'all. The link to call in is in the pinned comment. It's also in the description. And y'all stop ninja watching, man. Stop ninja watching. Just take a second and like the video. YouTube doesn't show me who liked the video. It doesn't show me who's watching. Like the video, dislike the video, whatever you want to do. All right. Let me see what y'all are saying. We got my cousins up in here. Shout out to Zeph is in the building. An amazing artist, amazing rapper as well. Shout out to Cuz. I appreciate you being here, man. LA Wood said, after this topic, you got to answer that last question real fast. I'm extra, I know. What was your last question, LA? Oh, here we go. Last question. Whose diss was better, Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallions? Dang. I can't be unbiased there, LA. I could try, but now I know when to bow out of a conversation, and in this instance, I can't answer that. I could try and go back and listen to him and maybe do a lyrical breakdown and see, but I cannot stand Megan Thee Stallion for so many reasons. And I actually had smoke for Megan Thee Stallion. I was going to bring it up and we were going to talk about it before this whole series with Drake versus Kendrick started. And we'll probably bring that up at a later date. I cannot stand Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm YMCMB for life. So, I mean, I got to say Nicki. Now, I will say Nicki's last album, it was subpar, and I was a little disappointed. But I think Megan's diss was more popular. I don't know why people are just crazy hating on YMCMB these days, but Megan's was more popular, but Nicki, I can't say. I'm sorry. I know that's a disappointing answer. What else are y'all saying? Sam says you don't get credits for feeding false info that can sway the court of public opinion. Well, here's the thing, Sam. With the court of public opinion, yes, they do factor into these battles. But again, it's round for round, punch for punch, right? So if Kendrick says, oh, you got an 11-year-old daughter, and Drake says, nah, I don't have an 11-year-old daughter, and I fed you all that information. All right, that's got to count. Now, I won't say we're never going to know the truth. We might know the truth. We might find out the truth. I don't know. But when it comes to punch for punch, jab for jab, I think y'all are putting too much into, where there's the facts, let's go to the Wikipedia and look up and see and actually investigate. That's the fun content creation side, right? We're talking about what is actually going on in this battle right now. Drake and Kendrick were on stage. They were going back and forth. Who is winning in that sense? So I think it's hard just because we're in the age of social media. News moves so fast and people want to find out, is this true? What he said is true. If you were to do this in a real beef, in a real rap battle, this wouldn't be happening. You wouldn't have some dude in the crowd calling the guy on stage's mom who's being accused of robbing the liquor store and be like, hey, did he actually call it? Okay, can I get in touch with this cousin? Yeah. Was he actually there at 12 a.m.? Hey, yeah, he was there. It's on video. Like, nobody's going to do that. So I've been trying to keep it on the music here. The back and forth is it's just fun for content. But I get what you're saying. Jakey G says someone was bumping Not Like Us at work, and I said K-Dot win it. Ugh. The whole song? I mean, Mustard did his thing on the beat. The beat, I think, we're going to have that conversation. I think the beat won. I think the beat carried on They Not Like Us. I'm going to be honest. The beat absolutely carried Kendrick on that one, because Kendrick's not that guy. We all know Kendrick's he's not the Not Like Us guy. So the beat carried. Nobody's going to be memorizing the words to that song and screaming pedophile when that part comes on. Brian Holmes is in here. He says his response saying that he fed him that information is weak, but lying isn't weak, allegedly. He shouldn't have said that. He should have said that right from the beginning. Brian, you must not play chess. He should have said that right from the beginning when he dropped that response coming out a day later after the internet gave him that. So, yeah, somebody said to me that Kendrick should have dropped a track like They Not Like Us at the beginning of the battle. And I said, no, y'all got to understand. You got to understand the play that he's making. Building up, right? And shout out to the marketing team. At the height of this battle, Kendrick Lamar drops a banger and everybody's going crazy. It's getting played everywhere. You've already built up all this conversation, all of this. Everybody's out there talking about you. And then you drop a track that is a hit and everybody's listening to. Now, that's the move. If Drake would have said at the beginning, I tricked you. I mean, he would have put all his cards out on the table. So, no, I 1000% disagree. That would have been a terrible move by Drake. Now, also a terrible move by Drake, saying that you fed him the information on the track where you're also defending yourself. Those two should have been separated. I think he wasted that opportunity. So, let me do this. I apologize, y'all. I disagree with you in the sense that he should have said it sooner, but he definitely shouldn't have said it on the track where he's like, I never did that. It doesn't work the same. Sam says Drake would have gotten the win if he could prove the fake mole narrative. He doesn't need to prove that. It's about shots, man. It's about back and forths. Because you know why? Here, let me say it this way. You can't unhear what you've heard, right? So you can't unhear Drake did this, right? That already had impact, right? You can't unhear that. Ooh, maybe Kendrick did something to Whitney, right? Impact. You can't unhear Drake was texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14. Impact, right? We could go back and forth. Kendrick hasn't seen his kid in 6 months. Drake might have an 11-year-old daughter. You can't unhear that. So, you know, to say that, oh, well, we just need to have some more evidence. That's not how this goes. Now, could the evidence help? Could the evidence help them in the battle? Yes, but you can't take that and apply it purely to this battle. Now, battles have evolved, and there's going to be a lot of content created like this video we're doing today that's going to have an impact on how the public eye sees it. But when it comes to the music and the back and forth like that, the only thing that would benefit that is that Drake or Kendrick can use it in another song. Let me see. King Hudson says, Mal is passionate about another man. That's the activity's got to stop. Yeah, he's upset. These people, I guess the yelling and acting crazy, it just gets a lot of people in here. We've got over 100,000 people in here. Shout out to y'all. If y'all could, man, can we get to 50 likes? I just need half of y'all that are in here to like the video. It's free and it will help the channel to grow. All right. I promise that's the last time I'm going to mention it. Oh, y'all are saying facts. I'm behind in the chat, so I don't know what you're referring to. Elliot Wood said, right. He thought everyone else was about to hype too, and no one matched his energy. I'm weak. Oh, shout out to CG Beats in the building, my dog. He says, I forgot Joe even existed. God damn. Woo. Sam says, one rapping was trying to sun the other. The other tried to show to off his life. I'm missing it there. King Sean says, what if, and this is a big what if Kendrick took an X angle? It wouldn't be worth it. It's all speculation. And then the X community at this point is like, so it wouldn't have an impact, I don't think. But maybe that's something he has in the chamber. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Because this is just halftime, y'all. I'm telling you right now, Drake is not done. Kendrick's not done. This is halftime. So y'all sit back and enjoy the show. Zolaris says, I'm going to make it my routine. Every time I see the upload noti from your morning show, I'm watching. Hey, shout out to Zolaris. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Floyd says, iron sharpens iron. Forget who wins this. Our kids are taking an L because with their influence, they are teaching them all the wrong ways to handle things when they have an issue with someone. Boy, that's a bigger conversation, Floyd. That is a hip hop culture conversation. Some would even argue a black culture conversation. Yeah, we'll have a show to where we talk about that, but just hip hop culture where it is right now, it's at a weird place. That's one of the reasons I was excited for this beef, just because we can just see two guys fight and go back and forth. Now with the guy getting shot and, you know, Drake having to deal with these other type of allegations, and families being brought into it in a major way, like kids being named on the track, parents, it's just, yeah, it's weird. I don't think this is really what I signed up for. Let me see. But I guess it is, right? Because we're talking about hip hop culture. I believe they both are out of character right now. You could definitely argue off brand for sure. Let me see. Oh, we got a super chat in here. I pressed the wrong button. Super chat. Shout out to SFX Gamers in here. Beat Breaker in the building. What's up, man? What does he say? He says, Kendrick is winning this war. This is not up for debate. Y'all go back and listen to what bro is really saying. My opinion is he destroyed Drake with the allegations aside. SFX Gamer, I appreciate the 10 bomb, but I disagree. I disagree. I mean, Drake discredited a large part of an entire diss track, which was a great counterpunch, but he just did it in a weird way. So I think that's the issue. If you were to look at it, if you were to go back and look at the rounds, I think it's going to be a lot closer than you would think. I mean, especially if you look at what both sides are saying. And then you have to factor in, and this is something that's being missed again, you have to factor in the fact that Kendrick teamed up with two people that hate Drake, right? That's one. Second, Drake got abandoned by J. Cole, all right? So I think that's some of the part of this that we're missing. People are like, oh, why is Drake continuing to take shots at people throughout? Because he was attacked by 20 different people on a whole entire album, which also was breaking records. So I think if you look at it, it's going to be closer. I agree with you that Kendrick is up right now. Kendrick is definitely up right now just because of the defense on the Heart Part 6. But Kendrick, there has not been anything Kendrick has said that's like, oh man, it's over. It's over. Kendrick just ended Drake's career. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. What else are y'all saying in here? Zeph is in the building, says no more Drake bangers for Khaled. God did. Oh man, Khaled's gonna be hurting. Sam said DJ Khaled gonna keep all the Drake charity donations. Oh man, DJ Khaled he's cooked right now. I think DJ Khaled and J. Cole are the biggest losers. Is that a hot take? I don't know. Y'all have to tell me. DJ Khaled and J. Cole are down bad right now. Ellie Wood said, I don't really like her either, but the diss was better. Nicki could have did better. Yeah, and her whole album after that too was, yeah, so I might agree with you on that. I'll have to go back and look at it. But I can't publicly agree that Meg beat Nicki, just so you know. Sam says, but you still equip the guy with info, whether true or not, that would be believed. Why not let the ops do their own heavy lifting? People really don't care what's true. The info gave K. Dot a verse. Yeah, but Drake took that away. And I think the timing was perfect if he hadn't apologized in addition to that. So I get what you're saying. It was just a good chess move. It was a good chess move. So I think Drake gets the points definitely for that one. I wouldn't take those points away. Big D Wright says, let me hear you say, OV ho, OV ho. Now step this way. Step. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to Kron says, did anybody see Drake's latest post on IG story? Yeah, Kron, we talked about it earlier. You'll have to rewind it and I'll post the clip later too. We did talk about it. Imperial Stats is back in here. The biggest Drake hater. He says, high school pics. You was even bad then. Oh my God. Oh man. Are you my friend? I'll be locked in. The sarcasm in that line is hilarious. I got to give it up to Kendrick Lamar. The "Are you my friend? Are you locked in?" That was. As soon as I heard that, I was like, "This man is trolling," and it's too funny. Imperial Stats with the receipts. I wasn't rushing. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. Oh man. A baby could mean so many things. But yeah, it's not a great look. I agree, Imperial. He says Drake's been leaving breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs to what? And why hasn't anyone come forward if that's the case? This would be the perfect time. If I were a lawyer and I'm saying, hey, were you ever alone with Drake at any time? Call this number. Call 555-63 Drake. All right, we'll get you paid right now. All I need is, were you ever at Drake's house? If you were ever at Drake's house, if you were at a concert with him backstage, if you were, oh, I don't know, if you maybe walked onto a tour bus for 5 seconds, call 555-563 Drake or 56 Drake, and we will get you paid today. This would be the time. No one's come out yet. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Maybe they're putting something together, but breadcrumbs to what? I don't know, man. Jeff says, nah, Mal was acting disgusting. Oh my gosh. What else are y'all saying in here? LA Wood says she agrees with what SFX Gamer said. All right. Imperial Stat says Drake got the fake mole theory from social media. And then Zeph says, nah, that bar from Drake. Where's your uncle at? Yo, he said, nah, that bar from Drake. Where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. Yo. Yeah, he said, I'm not proud of the loud laugh I let out. You and me both. And I got caught live in 4K laughing out loud, man. So, Zeph, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Beat Breaker said, bro ain't really been a hit since the song with the all the way back in early 2000s and Kiki and One Dance. That's it. First Person Shooter was a hit. Also, Life is Good with Future. When did that drop? It's another one I can think of. That was 2020, so 4 years ago. And then you've got tracks off of All the Dogs. You've got tracks off of Certified Lover Boy. Yeah, I mean, we could keep going. There's a good bit of them in there. Ice Cream Jones is up here in New Time. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Says people want the pedo stuff to stick. This is the culture's nail. It's just, if y'all want to really look at it, it's just the industry's playing the game right now. You cannot tell me that Kendrick Lamar and Drake both have ties to UMG and there wasn't a phone call made.
Stop the cap.
Come on, y'all. I mean, that's why I'm just saying, I just want to have fun. We want to review, look at the shots going back and forth, because y'all trying to dig deep into this whole, oh yeah, look at this. Oh, this could be true. It's all a part of the game. The game to get us to stream, the game to get us to support, the game to get us to take a side. And I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem. I get to sit here and make conversation about it and talk to y'all about it. I'm cool with it. But yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. You don't put $400 million into an artist like Drake and let this happen. So I'm with you, man. Imperial Stat says they already making surviving Drake videos. They got his receipts. He's grooming at high school basketball games. Oh my gosh. Y'all TikTok people, man, are killing me. Y'all TikTok people are hilarious, man. Because you saw one lady on TikTok. This is why they win. This is why I'm saying file a lawsuit right now. If you were ever at a Drake concert, you went backstage, go ahead. Go ahead and get your money. Beatbreaker says, you're not hearing me, bro. His sound has not changed. Has Kendrick's sound changed? Has Kanye's sound changed? Has Jay-Z's sound changed? Has Future's sound changed? Has Metro Boomin's sound changed? Has The Weeknd's sound changed? Has Maroon 5's sounds changed? Taylor Swift? What?
What? Stop the cap.
Kendrick Lamar's sound has changed? Beatbreaker, come on, man. One of the biggest allegations pushed against Drake is that he has too many different sounds. What are you talking about? All right. But we're not going to do that, man. Come on now. Come on. Anna says the fact that you need a career to be over to declare a winner is wild. Yeah, I agree, Anna. My fifth grader understood what Drake said. I had to sit my fifth grader understood what Drake said. I had to sit and explain the intricacies of K Dot's lines that makes him the clear winner. K Dot is winning right now, for sure. I agree, but I don't think it's necessarily because of writing. Now, if you want to go to 616 in LA, the writing on 616 in LA was
perfect.
I think that's what was when this battle was at its peak. But yeah, there's definitely still a lot there. Kron says, I like the bar Drake came with. Snake that for shake that for Drake. Now shake that for free. Well, not that kind of free. I'm talking about my my ninja day. Yeah. Sam says UMG benefiting more than Drake and Kendrick, so the story is cap. Yeah, I don't believe it. Now, again, I will say this. The story is cap about UMG saying stop. What is not cap is that phone calls weren't made. Just let's be real, y'all. If you invest, let's put it on a regular person's level, right? If you hand me $4,000, right? And I say, hey man, I'm gonna take this $4,000. I'm trying to build this business. It's going to be great. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do here. You're going to get a percentage of it and it's going to be great, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Thank you for the 4,000. And then I post a video on Instagram in the strip club making it rain. Are you going to make a phone call? Yeah. You're going to make a phone call. So if we're going to sit here and be naive and say that, oh, UMG's not involved in this at all, then I mean, you just don't understand business. You don't understand investments at all. So with UMG having a stake in both artists' success, there's ways they're going to benefit from this, but they definitely have to have the bumpers up to make sure that it doesn't get too crazy and they end up losing in the end. Because at the end of the day, Drake is their $400 million golden investment. So you got to protect that. Take that as you will. Sam Aiden said, they said Drake was trying to keep it PG because of his girlfriend. Drake's girlfriend? And then, what else are you saying? Anna said, and I'm a diehard Drake fan since day one. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Ice Cream Jones says, black folks have finally come together to take him down with the most salacious slur in the book. Right now, the coup was a success. Yeah, I wish they would get together on other stuff that mattered. But hey, yay, black people. I'm not gonna have that conversation today. But Ice Cream Jones, yeah, the culture made it very clear how they felt about Drake, and they're continuing to do that. I think his last video got 1 million dislikes. So, hey, great job, black people. You took him down. Imperial Stat says ClassE's Team Drizzy. Sure. I'll be Team Drizzy if you want. If it makes you feel better. Which bar from Drake out of these diss songs he made really hit y'all and made y'all think like, damn, I'm curious. Go back and listen to Family Matters. I don't want to do this. I've been through these lyrics so many times. Yeah, we're celebrating black people taking down another black dude. Half black or not. It's hilarious. Drop 50 for the mob. Trying to keep it PG. Your baby mama captions always screaming, save me. You did her dirty all your life. You trying to make peace. I heard that one of them kids might be Dave Freeze. Don't make it Dave Freeze. Because if your GM is your BM. Here we go. Because if your GM is your BM, secret BD, then this is all making plenty effing sense to me. Hey, let's shorty breathe, shake the ass. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for free. Yeah. Well, not that kind of free. I'm talking about my Dave. Your man Lil K, we call that a mini Drake. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what he say. I know you like to keep it short, so let me pick. Knew it was smoke when Abel hit us with the serenade, and then he said, Almost started reaching for my waist. Oh, man. Whatever. Anyway. Let me see what else. Shout out to Mechanics Films. Kendrick won this. Drake is on the defense for the first time in his career. In the public eye, he will never be the same. I disagree.
Stop the cap.
Kendrick, whoever leaves the battle with little to no words. Kendrick is definitely up right now. I agree with that. Imperial Stats, if Kendrick team apologizes, it'll be worse for Drake. Again, Imperial Stats, I mentioned this earlier. Drake cannot win in this situation. Drake outrights Kendrick. Ghostwriters. The allegations about Kendrick are true. Kendrick already addressed this in Mr. Morale. Drake makes a song that's bigger than him. Drake has a machine behind him. Of course he's gonna win. This is Drake's game. Drake. What else do we have? We have a woman who was on stage with Drake when she was of legal age, and Drake said some weird things. Come out and say, it wasn't weird to me when I was 17. It was weird to me when I was 31. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It was weird. How does Imperial Stats? Let me ask you the same question I asked my guy Sam. How does Drake win in this situation? Tell me. How does Drake win? And you're saying if Kendrick's team apologizes, it'll be worse for Drake. What? People like you, you're one of those ones that there's nothing Drake could do. Drake could do a, how many hours are there in the week? Let's just stick 48 hours. Drake could do a 48-hour live stream, him sitting in a room by himself, writing, recording, engineering, releasing music. We're watching it live. Y'all will say, oh, he had all those lyrics memorized from his ghostwriters. He really didn't write those. They were memorized lyrics and he just wrote it down to make it look like, there's probably something on the screen. We can't see the screen. We can't see the screen that he's recording stuff on. There were probably lyrics on there. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to have the back and forth Imperial Stats, but you tell me what Drake winning would look like, and then we can have the conversation. Because in your eyes and people who think the way you do about Drake and just don't like Drake, which is fine, there's no winning, which is okay. But let's just be honest about it. He should have dissed Kendrick on the drill beat. Instead, he went after Rocky and The Weeknd. Yeah, he's fighting against a lot of people, the entire hip hop culture. So, what are you going to do? I can't be mad at him for taking shots at him too. Shout out to Devon Official says, I had to subscribe as soon as you asked if Kendrick, Kanye, and The Weeknd sound changed. I would actually love to get on and talk about that because you're wrong for sure. Oh, man. Shout out to Devon Official. Yeah, the link, if y'all want to call in, please do, because I like having interactions with y'all in the chat. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. Let me see. Slap Your Jaw Off says Millie Bobby Brown responded to defend Drake. The allegations, she made it sound worse. What did she say? I didn't see it. Hold on. Let's look it up. Millie Bobby Brown Drake. What did she say? Charging, cringing at resurface clip 14 million. Is this it? And then I'll get to some more of y'all here in a second. Let's see. People are cringing at a resurfaced clip of 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown revealing how Drake helps her with boys. Oh my god. Is this what it is? Is this what you're talking about? Let me see. I gotta make sure I don't lose my spot. Yeah, see, look at this guy. This Imperial stat.
Stop the cap.
This is why I can't talk to you. You're not answering my question. If he didn't have a pedo history, he'd have a better chance. The question was, I asked you, what would Drake have to do to win? It's clear what Kendrick would have to do to win. You have to beat Drake at Drake's game. Kendrick's an elite lyricist. He's the hip hop guy. All he has to do is outshine Drake. He's doing that right now. That's why he's winning. Tell me how Drake wins. That's all. It's a simple question. How does Drake win this? Oh, this is bad. What did he say? Where did she defend Drake?
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
This is like princess vibe.
Nah, this isn't weird. Y'all are reaching. No. So which one? Let me see. Did she defend him? Let me see. Millie. Hold on a second. Millie Bobby Brown defends Drake. You make anyone look bad. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Millie Bobby Brown. So where did she defend him? Yeah, y'all have to let me know what to look for because I'm not finding it. Imperial Stats says Drake trying to swing his way out of the room with Chris Hansen. I'm done with you, Imperial Stats. You're wild. Mechanics Film says Drake let his ego get the best of him. Now it looks like a smart move on J. Cole's part to bow out. Drake has nothing to win in this battle. I agree with that last statement 1000%. Sam said they ambushed the guy after his tour wrapped up and pushed back his vacation plan. He's big mad. SFX Gamer said, I'm not celebrating that. I just think Drake is very overrated and holds titles when other people should be holding it in the rap game. Yeah, hip hop culture didn't even celebrate Killer Mike. If you win, people are going to look at you a certain way. So you're not allowed to win in this culture in certain stages. It's tough to be celebrated in hip hop culture. Let's just keep it real. And that's a deeper conversation, but we're not going to go into that today. Sam says second beat switch on Family Matters should have been a standalone diss. I can see that. Extended and with more smoke for Kendrick. That's as close to back to back he could get. Let me see. Mechanic Film says only part I don't like is it's Drake versus several artists. No rapper has stood up for Drake after all the hits he gave away. They'll be back. It always happens. Trust me. I see it all the time. They'll be back. They'll forget this, pretend like nothing happened, and they'll fall off. And Draco's stars will still be rising. Y'all, $400 million, all right? Drake is not going anywhere. Just keep that in mind. People, they don't just randomly invest $400 million into a person unless your name's LeBron James, Steph Curry, Jaylen Brown, Patrick Mahomes. So y'all relax. Sam says he ducked a bullet and that's never been his brand. Big D Wright still saying J. Cole won. Why? Stop it. Kendrick bars are layered. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Imperial Stats said exactly what I've been saying this entire battle. He can't win. You don't get into a battle when you got all this dirt. It's bad business move. He should have ignored the battle. What did I tell y'all? Thank you, Imperial Stats, for proving my point. Thank you for proving my point. There is nothing Drake could have done to win this battle. I said this at the beginning. I know, Imperial Stats, you weren't here. I said this at the beginning. The only benefit Drake gets from this is something internal. His ego, or him saying, I stood up for myself. I finally got a chance to prove that, you know, I'm at the top for a reason. And so far he did that up until The Heart Part 6, because I don't think it was a completely horrible track. I'd probably give it a 6.57 out of 10. But up until he started playing defense, because he had to, because he has a $400 million, probably close to $1 billion brand he has to protect. So that's what happens when you're the industry guy. You got to make PR moves. But thank you, Imperial Stats, for being honest and proving my point for me. Thank you. There's nothing Drake, there's nothing he could have done to win. Imperial Stats says, Drake, I miss you more. They were friends. Drake's not the only. Yeah, until I hear that he said something weird to her, that's not weird. That's not weird. And Drake, as a mentor, as a brand, this dude has a $400 million brand. Isn't it inappropriate? Yeah, but it clearly sounds like he's some type of mentor to her, which happens a lot in the industry and in a lot of music industries, and it has ended up bad. But in this case, until I hear something else, I mean, I'm not gonna assume that something happened that we don't know about. Every bar Drake dropped made me think he was guilty for being a. God. Drake won enough, my guy. Take this L. Oh man, y'all are so wow. Hey, I appreciate and respect y'all's honesty, but that is a wild statement, man. Ross is a bench warmer, but I play that diss track more than any other. Can't deny Ross. Ross made a great song for sure. The diss though was garbage, in my opinion. Devon Official says, I'm still shaking my head about this. Sound hasn't changed for the people you mentioning, dog. That is easily one of the worst and objectively wrong takes I've heard. I think you're putting too much weight into that, Devon. And I think you're missing the point. Like he's saying they have a certain sound that makes them the artist they make. So yes, their sound changes depending on the type of track that they're recording on. Yeah, I think you're missing the point. I think you're missing the point. But if you wanna double down on that point, that's fine. I'll let you have it. Their sound has changed. All right, that's fine. I'm wrong. Drake will forever be in the convo. We overlooked the fact that when he was signed, he caught the attention of the artist who was running the game, in my opinion. Still relevant because that Wayne co-sign has a lot of power. Ooh, now that's a good point. I lied, y'all. I was wrong. I was super wrong. Not only was I wrong about artists changing their sound, but I was wrong about this. Drake does have a lot to lose, because if Lil Wayne were to come out and side with Kendrick or speak out against Drake, In my opinion, that would be the only thing that could absolutely just end Drake's entire career and everything he's done up to this point. If Lil Wayne were to come out and invalidate any part of what Drake's done, that would be it. But I don't see that happening. And that's just my humble opinion, but whew, that would be crazy. Shout out to, oh man, I'm just going to call you S2 because I'm going to mess up your pronunciation of your name. Lucian Lil Hat owns both Drake and K Dot. I'm done. That man gets it. S2 gets it. SFX Gamer says, I think he meant to say, if you put the allegations aside, because that's not what I'm inputting into my argument. You're not telling me Drake is better than J. Cole lyrically, but he's on top. Stop it. It's not about lyrics though. That's one thing that they do really well, but there's got to be other parts of your game too. I mean, Shaq was dominant as a center. Couldn't shoot threes, couldn't shoot free throws, but he did what he did well. Steph Curry, it's another one, 3-pointer. I mean, maybe y'all can have a conversation. Is he going to be amongst one of the greatest of all times? But when it comes to the greatest overall, like, you can't just have one part of your game. The reason MJ's up there, Kobe, Braun, they had times where they were elite defenders. They had times where they were elite offensively on both sides of the. Hopefully y'all are getting the basketball analogy. I know this might miss some people. But it's not about just being better than somebody at one thing. It's about overall domination. And Drake is he's just that dude right now, whether y'all like it or not. It's, I don't know how you could deny that. S2 says, hip hop heads know Drake won. Y'all industry followers are a joke. Oh my God. Let me see. Oh man, so many comments in here. Bad Boy is up in here. He said, nobody knew Killer Mike. Nobody knew Killer Mike in the hood. Be honest. He didn't have one hit on any radio. So how can one celebrate who they don't even know? Yeah, he's known in Atlanta, but yeah, they were like, Killer Mike. What? S2 says it's colorism and shows how melanated people are still dealing with slavery. Oh, he's going in over there. God dang. Yeah, you're partially right. I wonder. Nah, I'm not. And we're not going to have that conversation today, S2, but I like where you're going. Nobody just calls a man a pedo without proof. Kendrick wasn't lying. All right, we're back to this. All right. Imperial stats. Kendrick won. Okay. You can chill. All right. Kendrick won. There you go. Let's see. He could have won if he would have killed Kendrick. He ain't even come for him. He defended himself for 5 minutes. All right. Well, Bad Boy said, ain't no colorism. Drake Ben chose his side, but switched when he saw hip hop was lucrative. Now he just got exposed for being the colonizer. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, but to say colorism doesn't factor into it would be disingenuous, y'all. I mean, we know it factors in. It's been brought up on tracks in multiple ways. So that's fine that you can say that, but let's not pretend like they're not weighing that into the conversation. Drake can 2C slide his way back to people's good graces. Oh man, the people who have a real problem with him will always have their problems. 100%. Not gonna lie, much of this beef is also wanting to see Drake fall. Yep. More people than people want to see Kendrick win. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Kendrick is going to be, after this is over, Kendrick could absolutely obliterate Drake, and they're not going to say Kendrick is one of the greatest of all time. They're just not. Because again, he doesn't have He doesn't have a Jay-Z factor. He doesn't have a Kanye factor. He doesn't have a Pac, Biggie factor yet. I mean, he still could get there. He's got some classic albums, yeah, but I mean, that's it. So you're 1000% correct on that one. Hollywood says Lil Wayne will never do that because these motherfuckers are going to start questioning, why are you now just saying shit? Yeah, he's not gonna say anything at all. Wayne ain't jumping in this. Y'all smoking rocks. Drake slimed him out, and it'll never be the same for him. Wayne's not gonna say anything. Drop. Voice cracking. Slap your jaw off said it wasn't Millie Bobby Brown. My bad. It was the 15-year-old girl from the concert responding. Oh yeah, we talked about that the other day. Yep, she said, I mentioned that earlier. She was 17. All right, which is legal age of consent. She was at the concert with her dad. She said this. She wanted to go on stage. She enjoyed it. She had a good time. She's 31 now. She said, I have no issues. I had no issues with it then. I have no issues with it now. Y'all are tripping. Let's move on. So we're that video's dead. Was it weird? Yeah, it was definitely weird. I was even uncomfortable watching the video. Legal age or not, it was strange. But anyway, yeah, we're moving on past that one. She spoke, Drake spoke, we're good. All right, let's get to a few more comments. Let's say Floyd said, not saying he ain't put the work in. Wayne ain't saying nothing that's going to affect his bag. As long as they don't start making tracks like Whoop a Trick from last night, it'll be all right. Yo, that song was wild. If y'all missed it, go back and watch the replay of the song tonight. Man, I wish somebody would call in. I want to talk to y'all for real. But that's all right. Here we go. SF Gamer says, everything you just said is about music. Oh, y'all are having a conversation in the chat. Zalaris says Drake is winning in general. Yeah, he can't lose right now. Y'all just following whoever is being sided with the most right now, for real. That's what's being promoted right now because the controversy. It's it's Thanos versus the Avengers. It really is. So it's good entertainment. It's good to watch. Kendrick Lamar's streaming is up 49%. Congratulations to him. And they're saying Drake's is down 5%. So, hey, go get y'all's bag, man. I'm not mad. I get to sit here and chop it up with y'all about this crazy beef, this crazy vegan beef that's going on right now. Imperial Stats said Wayne don't use social media just like Kendrick don't. Wayne's not saying anything. Oh, Kuma's in here too. Kuma said, you are the realest to comment on this whole beef. Just subscribe. Oh, wow. Appreciate you, Kuma. Yeah, I'm a fan of hip hop. I'm a fan of music. So I'm not going to side with either one. I'm trying to keep it as unbiased as possible. So thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. And yeah, definitely come back. Make sure you hit that notification bell too, so you don't miss anytime that we drop a video or go live, which we're doing on a daily basis. Thank you, man. That made my day. I appreciate that. All right, it looks like we got my guy Floyd in here. We got the boxer in the building. Floyd, the real deal. Neil, what's up, man?
What's going down? How you living, baby?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you?
Man, out here trying to get it. Shake the pot and get a dollar out.
Yes, sir. What's on your mind, man? Talk to me.
Man, I'm looking at it, and my outlook on the situation, honestly, is them folks are just trying to get their bag. I think it's interesting, like you said, that the video you played at the beginning with the story that Drake had posted lines up directly with this. I ain't saying that it's all fabricated and they put it into place.
Yeah.
But in the end, man, that's what it come down to. What's gonna boost them sales? What's gonna get people a bigger bag? And ultimately, they all gonna be able to profit off of this. And like I say, Drake ain't going nowhere, man. You don't put that amount of money into somebody and not let them stay relevant as long as you want them to be.
Absolutely. And I mean, you look at, someone even had me looking up yesterday whether TMZ is owned by UMG. That's how powerful these record labels are. You think they're behind everything when it comes to the music industry. So I agree with you 1,000%. They're not going to let something slide by or some artists go rogue because it could benefit, or it could affect their bottom line. So yeah, I think you're 1,000% right.
And when we talk about that influence factor, man, these kids, they have so much access. I think back to whenever we was in school. I'll be 34 in October, but it was just a different time frame. And now I work as head of security for a junior high school, and that's all these kids is running around talking about. So I really do wish that inside of this, which is why I appreciated that record from Kendrick so much, where he was talking to the family, giving Drake's whole family a therapy session. Because in there, he did drop nuggets that these kids is going to be able to hear that they might not listen to coming from people that they see every day. But they got to understand, you know, this is they got a platform and they can use it even in the midst of this entertainment to push a message that'll make, you know, these young folks become better adults.
Yeah, and I appreciate it as well. The thing that's we have to talk about is 99% of them today are what are they saying? They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They're not worried about, you know, Meet the Grams. And that's just kind of where we're at as a culture. You know, as
well, look, they love drama. That's what it comes down to. That's why reality TV get the numbers it get. That's why this beef is getting what it get. But I don't think that they don't understand that these folks live in something that's not reality for the average individual.
Absolutely, man. I mean, this, like you said, you pointed out, it's interesting to see how a movie or a short film by Netflix lines up almost perfectly with what we're seeing play out in real life. And, you know, at the end of the day, these powers that be are going to get what they want. We're going to be able to either benefit, not benefit, or waste time on it, whatever the conversation may be. But I hope to have more people like you who are thinking about those type of effects that the music has on the community as a whole in this community, because those are the conversations I enjoy having. Those are the conversations I want to have moving forward too.
Absolutely. And look, we're about to get ready to go to lunch, but I wanted to drop this nugget that I picked up a minute ago and I live by it now. Somebody told me that experience is the best teacher, but we can allow somebody else's experience to lower the cost of our tuition. And if we take that and apply it just across the board, like regardless of where you are financially, where it is that you are as far as education, this, that, and that, everybody can grow from that statement. And I wish that they would have a spin, because I do feel like it's the machine that's kind of controlling this whole narrative. I wish somebody at the top had that mindset where they were pushing something that would actually cause people to have a little more unity, but still understand you can have, you know, competition and still be in unison, still have unity. This right here ain't doing nothing but dividing. But it's all good. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and the greats will continue to prevail.
Yeah, absolutely, Floyd. I appreciate you, man. Hey, enjoy your lunch, and thank you for what you're doing for the schools, because, man, especially with everything that's going on right now, they need that protection out there. So I appreciate everything you do, man, and be safe.
Hey, absolutely, man. All love. Take care.
All right. Salute. Yeah, Floyd makes a great point. You know, somebody mentioned earlier, the culture, all the black folks came to defend what's ours. It's like, can we do it around something that matters? Can we get together around something that matters? I mean, it's just amazing to see, you know, how much a movement can affect a narrative. And if everybody gets on the same page, if everybody moves the same way, you can really have an impact. But I don't know. We like the drama, and it's easier to listen to, and it's easier to bump. They not like us than to talk about what was said on Meet the Grams. Yeah, shout out to Floyd though. Appreciate you calling in, man. Let me see what else y'all are saying. I'm gonna skip through some of these because, man, we got a lot of comments in here. Let's see. Mechanics Film says nothing is off limits in war. Y'all haven't watched battle rap lately. They go below the belt all the time. I agree 100%. That's just the nature of it. If you're going to fight somebody and you're going to get in a battle like this, it's not off limits. But here's here is the issue. And I'm glad you said this, Mechanic Films. I know I've said this 500 times. Both of these guys are industry. Y'all, there's people out here acting like Kendrick Lamar is some independent artist who's just doing it on his own. He made it on his own. Oh yeah, Kendrick for the culture. Both of these guys are industry. They are about the bottom line. Now, can Kendrick do both? Can he still fight the war and still be the culture guy and still get his money? Yeah. But at the end of the day, the rules of real battle rap that Mechanics is talking about it, they get diluted because now you're mixing in the business side of things with beef, with real life culture industry beef. And it's just not working. Is why it's so confusing, because we all know at the end of the day, UMG, Kendrick, Drake, they're not going to let their bottom line be affected. It's all a show. It's fun to talk about. I'm enjoying it. Makes for good content and bigger conversations, but I'm with you 100%, Mechanic Films. It's yeah, we're watching a real life show. Lies are not off limits either. Like with any war, there's propaganda. 1000%, Sam. It's just with the real rap battles, you have to either take information you know or you found out from past battles that you know about that person, or just looking at them. You'll see in rap battles, they'll go at what the person's wearing. They'll talk about the man who's standing behind them. Think about it. If you're in a rap battle, I mean, you could even essentially plant somebody in the crowd with them just to make them look bad. So there's other things that happens in rap battles and rap beef culture that applies here, but it's diluted because these guys are both industry. He said, hey, Drake got a video of him doing anything like catching a fade, checking someone or some real question. I want to know because I haven't seen it. No. I don't think Drake's fighting anybody. And neither is Kendrick right now. You think Kendrick? Let's be real, FX Gamer. Let's go back to which song was it? Which song was it? I'm gonna find it. It was yeah. No, I know you're not proving anything. I'm saying no. I'm to your point. I'm saying no. These guys aren't. Nobody's out here fighting. I don't think there's a video out there of Drake fighting anybody. Elliot, what's it? ClassE, did you ever decide if you're gonna let people drop disses if both people drop? Yeah, I haven't made an official statement, but if you guys want to bring diss tracks and have a rap battle on the Song of the Night Live, I'm all for it. I think it'll be entertaining. I think it'll be fun. People get to vote and decide what they think, and then y'all, at the end of it, get to say it was rigged and you want to rematch, and yeah, it'll be cool. Y'all can send in disses as long as both people are present and they agree. And I need proof that that's the case. But yeah, y'all bring it up. Sam says rap battlers pay for dirt to rap about. That's the business. He knows. Sam knows. What you talking about, Pusha P? Let me see you push a T. Yeah. Shout out to Hollywood. What song was that where Kendrick talks about? Dang, I'm getting lost in all these tracks now, y'all. This is Family Matters. Anyway, Bag Boy, we're about to get up out of here, y'all. I was supposed to be live streaming on the BandLab Engineer channel, but we're running super late. Bag Boy Seafood says Dot would catch a fade. He's from Compton. He is West Side. He's affiliated. Stop playing, bro. I mean, again, we haven't seen it. This is all speculation. Yeah, he's been in videos with people. I haven't seen Kendrick do anything. So I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. Let me see. Imperial Stat said that would be dope, y'all. Do some rap battles. Yeah, we got them. We got them on the way. Bad Boys even said Drake let Diddy slap him. He didn't slap him, he dislocated his shoulder. Yeah, he got his shoulder dislocated. Diddy definitely put him in the hospital. We talked about it the other day. Let me see. Beat Breaker says Kendrick would pull up, bro, in my opinion. Drake would send people, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. At this point in their careers, it makes zero sense for them to do that. And Kendrick, this is the first time Kendrick has been challenged, to my knowledge, to stand on business, as y'all say. So I don't know, man. He said, so he needs to talk about that, not him pulling up, doing people dirty, because that's not him, bro. Yeah, I agree. But oh, y'all excuse me. Kendrick says some stuff we know he's not doing either. So that's just part of the game. That's the part of hip hop culture that I hate. You know, people out here talking about stuff they haven't done or aren't going to do, but it's a part of the culture. And they don't have to back it up. They can just say it. He's too smart to pull up. That's not him. Kendrick's not pulling up either, though, because he's too smart. He has a brand to protect as well. And he has no benefit of pulling up on anybody right now. 50 Cent. Let's talk about the real ones, though. 50 Cent, I would never in my life mess with that dude. Could he? Has he? Would he pull up on someone? Yeah, but he's not doing it right now. I mean, I could be in his face at McDonald's and call him every name in the book, but he's not. I mean, he's not going to do anything. It's not worth it. Yeah, he's too smart for that. All right, y'all. Let me see. I think we got everybody in here. Let me double check and see if we had someone else call in. I was supposed to be live streaming over on the BandLab Engineer channel, and I am 15 minutes late. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm super late. What are y'all saying? I want to read a couple more chats because I love interacting with y'all in the chat. Imperial Stat said 50 would probably swing on somebody that's in his face. I don't know. I don't think so. I think he'd laugh and just walk off. Let me see. Hollywood Cole said a lot of memorable quotes out of these tracks. We're going to be talking about it for a while for sure. What else? And then Bad Boy Sifu says, I appreciate you being non-biased, but you capping now, bro. No major rapper besides Cole and Dot speak up about the crazy-ish that goes on with plights in our community, and that's facts. Oh, yeah, did I say? I don't. What? He said, you capping, bro. No, I don't think I said that. No major rappers besides Cole and Dot speak up about the crazy shit that goes on with plights in our community, and that's facts. Yeah, I agree with that. When did I disagree with that? Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Bad Boy Seafood. And I've been saying that for the beginning. Kendrick is the culture guy. Like, he knows, he gets, and he understands the culture. So I don't, yeah, and J. Cole, I would say too, is in there. But yeah, I don't know. I must have, if I misspoke, y'all have to let me know. I don't believe I did though. Anyway, shout out to Zalura says, ClassE, can you listen to my tracks after you mix though? No, so that stream is specifically for mixing and mastering. So I won't be listening to music on there, but we can do some reviews tomorrow. I was going to try and get some of y'all in here today, but man, we ended up running out of time. So I will dedicate more time on tomorrow's show to doing music reviews unless something crazy happens. But then you have the opportunity to stop by the Song of the Night live. We'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You get a chance to get your music heard, win some cash, all that good stuff. So definitely stop by there. Shout out to Hollywood Co. for dropping it in there. And then Bad Boy says, you said Dot is just industry. Don't worry about it, bro. Keep doing your thing. Oh, no, I didn't say he's just industry. I said he's still a part of the industry. So he's still in the industry because of those ties. Unless he wants to break those ties completely, there's only so far he can go. Right. And that's a deeper conversation. I believe a lot of what Kendrick says and what he does and what he did in the past when it comes to the culture. I mean, he has a long history of that. But when it comes to him being in the industry now, to say that doesn't affect some of the things he does or the way he moves, I think would be naive. But I get what you're saying. But yeah, he's in the industry. I mean, he's in it. He's been in there for a long time. Same with DA, same with Jay-Z, 50, all of them. Let's see. Imperial Stat said, I don't disagree with none of your Drake takes, but I like the show and I like people music here. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and Sam said, either way, this was a good exhibition for hip hop. I agree 1000%. The only thing I hate is that, a security guard got shot in the middle of this. That's what kind of ruins it for me. Like when someone's real life is affected by that, or their livelihood, I should say. I mean, I don't like that at all. Well, have a good one, everyone. Hope y'all all good. It's been real. This was fun and interesting debate. I don't ignore anyone's opinion. You're all valid. I'm always up to listen. Appreciate you. Shout out to Beat Breaker up in here. Kendrick is not street currently. Yeah, he can't. He can't. Hope you have a good day, class, and y'all stream too. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Salute to y'all. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Music Morning Show. There might be some music dropping tonight. Y'all stay tuned. If music does drop, you can make sure that we will cover it on the show. We will cover it either through a video or on the show tomorrow. So if y'all haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we drop a video or go live. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And as always, y'all keep growing, keep pushing, and keep it classy. We gone. Peace.
Supposed to love you, I see no one else above you. Treat you like you make me lucky. You must be meant for me, cause leaving me comes with an exit fee. Your love's like ecstasy, I love when you're next to me. Are you just testing me, or you my ex to be? Or we just wait and see, don't be the next to leave. Wait and breathe, stay with me, please don't label me. Is this what stable means? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, this is how it's supposed to be. I like you this close to me, heart to heart, chest to chest, I wanna feel your best. On and on, I wanna be your rest. When the bullets fly, I wanna be your vest. Just let me love you, let me see your face. Just let me tempt you, love the way you taste. I grab you closer when I grip your waist. This love will never, ever, ever go away.
I caught you at the